And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is week 4 of ESC. Miami's taking on Buffalo. Let's get started. I'm Aaron, joined by a unfamiliar face here. Milan, how are we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. It's week 4. Miami's playing some Valorant, and there's a lot to talk about here. Both teams 1-4 here, so this is kind of a must-win
This is
here.
a make it or break it moment for both teams. If either one loses or plays perfect, or if either one loses and just messes up this round, their season hopes are just over.
I think you really dug yourself to a hole that at this point you can't come back from. Well, let's talk about these squads. Miami taking a really rough loss to Ball, winning only 4 out of 30 rounds. Not the stat line you want, but it's a great chance to bounce back here. You've had the weekend, you've had time to rest, VOD review, practice, and everything. And if you're Buffalo, you're really not. Your first half of season schedule was really rough.
Right.
You played Ball, EMU, Kent, and BGSU. Your only win was from Ohio, so you've had a rough start, but I definitely think Buffalo is not playing to the ability that they usually do.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you there. Even though they've been playing against some rough, more higher level teams that you would expect to see, you would at least expect them to see winning a couple of those. You would expect them to be one of the top 2, maybe 3 teams of the league, and to see them at this 1-4 situation is just a little precarious. I guess you could say it's uninteresting, or not uninteresting, but it's interesting in the sense of, well, now that they're down here with us, what are they going to do next? How are they going to
Exactly.
attack next?
You kind of have to. I mean, like we said, both teams are a must win today. But I think for Buffalo, you can kind of look at like we've had a really rough beginning of season schedule. Ball State's always a powerhouse.
Right.
EMU's kind of surged out with the emergence of Comfy and friends over there. And I mean, Kent and BGSU are always just kind of those middle of the road powerhouses that you could always expect a good fight from. And then they go into that later half of the season. You're kind of taking on Western Michigan, Miami, and maybe one other Central Michigan that are kind of on the weaker side. So maybe you can find a chance to kind of dig yourself out of that hole. But also, you're still here. You're
Right.
still 1-4. There's
Right.
still a reason why you haven't won those games.
Right. And I think that could be to a multitude of different things, whether they're just not shooting right, whether the change in the meta compared to last season has just completely messed with their flow. It could be multiple different things. I mean, we see the same thing with Miami going around here as well, with the Sentinel meta sort of just being erased. Double Duelist is now the
Yeah.
new meta, run and gun. W Key Warriors seeming to
Yeah.
pop up out of nowhere. And it's just, how are we going to adapt with both teams against the wall?
Exactly. So let's get into this match going on a little bit. Maybe if we have time, we'll play some Valdol, see how
Right.
your Valorant knowledge is as a sub on the team. But maps, we're starting on Pearl, and then we go to Corrode, and then if we need to, a Decider's Abyss. Miami's defending all 3 maps to start. Your thoughts on that?
I think it's very interesting for them. Maybe they think that their attack side's just better, in the sense of defense is especially hard to play nowadays in today's meta, where you can't really play Sentinel that well. So it's
Yeah.
either give up site, get one and get off site, or if you stay on site, you're most likely going to die.
Exactly.
And it's just, how are we going to adjust to starting on defense? I can't see them going up maybe 7 rounds or 6 rounds and them hoping to try and get 4 at best, and seeing if they can come back from that sort of round differential when they go
Yeah.
into attack and keep up with their mental and keep up with that progression of just get round after round after round and hopefully take the map at the end.
I think what I think what they are hopeful here is that they can at least pull some rounds from defense and really rely on that attack half, because I mean at the end of the day that second half is a little bit more important than that first half,
Right.
because you're going to finish the game on that second half. So maybe you're trusting a little bit more on that attack because of the meta, like you said, the run and gun, the 5-man. We've rarely seen Miami play a default and kind of either kind of 2-3 split, or you go just a 5-man hit. It's really hard to stop that 5-man
Right.
rush.
Yes.
We saw it this weekend too in ESO. A lot of 5-man hits, a lot of rushes, and it's just really hard to stop. You kind of either have to get lucky with a spray down and get like 2, or you also have to like plan for it and stack the site.
Right.
So it becomes very hard to just predict what they're going to do. And if you predict wrong, you're giving them the man advantage on a 5-man hit,
Right.
which is not what you want to do.
No, not at all.
But I think we're going to move to Valdol here. We'll test your Valorant knowledge. We'll see if it's good enough. and we'll kind of just wait as our players attempt to get into the lobby. They're still creating. They're still trying to get into this lobby. Valorant players aren't the best at being
No.
at time, but give us an agent. Who do you think?
We'll just go out and shoot Jet.
Good start. Female duelist. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, wait. Okay, so that's from the beginning of the game. It's a female.
It's not a duelist.
It's not a duelist, but it's another agent from that was at the. Ooh, our
Yeah.
prod is a good idea. I like it,
I like
prod. Yeah, I
Sage.
like Sage here. Someone from the beginning of the game that's also a female. No, okay.
Ooh.
Initiator smokes.
Did Killjoy come out in 2020, or was that a little
It's
later?
not a sentinel.
Or is-
It's not a sentinel. KJ's a sentinel, so it can't be her. Viper? Was Viper at the beginning of the game?
Oh, we try it.
Viper, yeah. Run Viper, because then if it's not... Okay, so it's an initiator who... Oh, it's Sky. Oh my god, it's Sky.
Did Sky come out that early?
But that's the only one I can think of. Okay, I guess yeah. She was here. Oh, okay. Blue neon.
We could try Neon.
Neon. Cause I'm just thinking of all the blue hair. Yep. All right. Map time. Oh, that's
Lotus.
That's Lotus. Oh, that's one. That is one of the doors.
I think this is.
It's Lotus, and it's either A door or C door. It's one of the doors, I think.
I think that's A door.
Yeah, try A door. Okay,
Oh.
C door.
Lost the 50-50.
Yep. You got it, prod. You got it. There you go. It's you can't really tell. You have to take a. Oh, I don't like these. They never let us know anything. Maybe finally we. Okay.
Ooh.
I saw the little crouch. Yeah, that's all we get. The headshot with the pistol was really good.
I'd give it a plat.
All right, we'll try plat.
I can't see it being anything higher than that with what we're
Are
given.
you sure not diamond? Try diamond. Try diamond. See if. Try diamond. Yep. Oh, we got there. Oh, okay. I have no idea. It's like throw out an agent. Throw out an agent here.
Gecko.
See if it's one of Gecko's abilities.
Oh, that's Veto ult.
Is that Veto ult?
I think that's Veto ult, yeah.
Or is that I thought
is Astra's ult?
Well, it can be an ability. It doesn't have to be the ult. We could Oh yeah, Veto's not listed yet. So try Astra. I think that's her stun. Yep.
You know this more than I do.
But okay, yeah, which one is that? Okay, it's not the wall.
I think it's the gravity well.
Try gravity well. Nice. Oh, that's
Miss Bloom.
Yeah, yeah, bottom left, Miss Bloom Judge.
Oh, I knew that too fast. That was
Oh, that's another conversation. How much money have you spent on the game? No, but if you compromise your position, you'll hand them a free kill. Don't. Oh, I have no idea.
Reyna,
yeah, good. Yeah, Reyna. No.
I'm trying to.
I was gonna say like Rays or Neon.
Could be Rays.
Try Rays. It's kind of with that like first part of the quote.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I've never heard of this one. Neon. Let's just throw out Neon there. We're kind of have to just get to the audio cue, and then we'll know. But
Vito isn't in this, is it?
No, Vito's a neon.
Neon.
We'll do Neon. No. Let's throw out an agent at this point.
Well, I'm trying to think.
I mean,
Positioning. Vice.
Vice. Ooh, okay, yeah, good call. Vice. Vice. VYSE. Nope. I've no clue.
Zero clue.
I've got zero clue.
Must be somebody that's not played that often.
Yeah, we'll let Prod have a guess. We'll let Prod take a shot at this. No. Okay, audio cue. Oh, Tejo.
Oh my god.
It's Tejo. Oh my god.
See, that's how I know we don't play Teo whatsoever.
Dude, no. Like nope. Hopefully we can get an update on our player situation. I think one of them we're still missing a player, says Prod. We're gonna head to a little be right back, but hopefully when we come back, we'll go directly into agent select. Map 1 is gonna come at you soon. Miami starting on defense on Pearl against Buffalo in a must-win matchup between these two teams. Don't go anywhere. More Miami Valorant coming at you soon. And our players are finally ready to get started here. We're on Pearl. Miami's defending. Buffalo attacking. What are you seeing coming here from Buffalo, who's kind of already set in their comp?
Buffalo's comp is looking, what we think of pretty standard. Double duelist entry. They're going to have the TP with the Yoru flash shoes. Waylay diving in. They're going to be running Astra just for smokes everywhere. And the Chamber Ascenti, something pretty standard. I know we're talking about Buffalo right now, but I couldn't help but notice what Miami was picking.
Yeah,
And
that's... Whoa.
It's a comp of all time, especially
there has to be a troll in here somewhere. Because where's the duelist? Where's the duelist, guys?
I do not know, and I think running the veto.
I don't know how strong veto is in like a team setting.
There we go.
Su's just doing a little bit of trolling. Unfortunately, the freshman thinking he's funny. The freshman thinking he's real funny. But he's been really good on that Waylay pick, and I love the Waylay pick here compared to something like Jet, where the teleport back is going to be really, really strong, especially on that B. Kind of set it behind and get behind pillar, and then be able to teleport back is really going to be powerful. But I think what we're going to have to see from Buffalo is Yoru being more of an initiator role. I think they're going to really use his pop flashes a lot, his clone, and his TP to really make plays, especially on that defensive half. That teleport's really, really strong.
Right.
Just to bounce back and forth from sites, and you're pretty much playing with the man advantage, or at least the stronger site, every single time. So Miami's going to have to really focus on kind of faking them out and making presence all around the map so that Yoru really doesn't have anywhere good to be.
No, I completely agree with that take. I think running both the double teleport comp is going to be super beneficial for Buffalo with the Chamber and then the Yoru. The Yoru is just going to be somewhere random across the map, either messing with our Chamber player, messing somewhere around Art and mid, and then just going to be able to TP back with the main push is going to be super huge for Buffalo coming in. We see that they're sort of splitting up and going for some type of mid push right now.
I think they're going to try to gun it up mid here. You can kind of see the pings coming from Buffalo. They really want to get into the connector. So they're just going to gun it up, have kind of Astra and Chamber watch the extremities here as they take the main space. Yoru's going to pop flash out here into mid. Modi's going to hear everything as he's just going to back off. And again, here they come into connector. They are going to tag him. But they're going to double swing to this. He's going to find one. Dog's going to go out. Evan's able to find the lurk on B here. Miami now playing with the man advantage. But Modi going to get stunned out. And he's going to get flanked. But Su's able to find him. Modi's able to find one. Su's able to find two. And right now, Buffalo just kind of got pinched. Doku's able to find one. He's going to get slowed, though. He's just going to play this corner. Is he able to find another one? Miami's a little bit low. He's out in 7 HP. Modi's going to take him down, and Miami wins the first pistol round when really it looked like Buffalo kind of had that.
That was perfect for Miami. They played together. Nobody was trying to take that solo fight that we've seen in the past. They swung together, fought together, and after that, they were able to win. They just had everybody watching every extremity. I would say the big pick was getting the pick on the chamber long. It really felt the need for Buffalo to sort of push up and run faster, knowing that their lurker was now dead, and it didn't work out for them at all.
No, it didn't. And Saw really saving the two on mid connector there. He was just kind of able to watch, and it was just also you have to hit your shots. It was a great shot that he hit. And Miami now winning the first round, so they're going to have a good, decent buy here. And it looks like Buffalo's going to go for the same thing again, kind of lurk up mid here and really just try to work the map. They're going to look to go towards A here. There is, Samlon's able to get the jump peek. He's able to see two. Yoru's going to get teleported up close, and so is Waylay. Saw's going to take down Blumpkin, though, as the rest of Buffalo's going to get tethered. But Kai's able to find one, and that's going to be a gun for Buffalo. If they're able to find, So with another great pick, but he's 30 HP, and that Guardian's going to fall into the hands of Funk. And the round's going to slow down here. Modi already here with Miami gathered in connector here, and it's a 3v3. Miami with a sort of advantage here, but Buffalo having the Guardian could really swing this round either way. Time ticking. You kind of have to get something going here. You really need to tap. Tap going to go out, force them to swing. They kind of planted in a bad position. They're going to have to challenge them. Evans is going to find one. Noku's going to find one. Evans is going to find another one. Miami's going to get the defuse down. And it looks like Evans able to kind of come out of the chaos with a gun, but Miami losing 4 guns there is not what you want.
No, not all. The win of the round is the most important thing at all, but this round sort of just to see how many guns can they pick off from Buffalo before they end up dying. They still have the Outlaw in play. That's going to be huge for them if they can get the kill on the Yoru. If they can do any sort of damage, if Evan can do any sort of damage to any of the rest of these players, just so the Deegs, the body shots can come in clutch. It's just going to be depending on whether or not where they push. It looks like they're grouping together towards mid once again, leaving more of that B long push. But
it looks like they're going to try to fake A presence here, or maybe even fake B. Chamber's able to find, Evans able to find a great shot on the Chamber, and down he goes, and Miami having the man advantage for another round in a row. They can kind of just play off their weaker guns down. They can play the man advantage, which you want when you have the weaker guns. You want to play that man advantage. You want to play together so your guns are a bit more powerful together. Key able to find anything. So he's going to find, Samuel's just going to find a dink right there. He's going to get active. He's going to peek. Ooh, bad peek. He wasn't expecting someone to be there. Damn, you two could have really been clutch there if he had been patient. Let the play develop here. Buffalo able to get the plant down, but 2 guns away for them, and Miami's grouped up together. He's going to find one. Stun, gonna go out, not gonna be able to find anything. Blumpkin's gonna find one. He's gonna find 2 while stunned, and Pandora's gonna find a third. It's Evan left to his own domain with a outlaw, and it looks like he's just gonna save here, or maybe try to find something. Thoughts on saving or going for it?
At this point, if he isn't given a pick in the next, I would say 10 seconds, you're better off saving the gun and the rifle. I just can't see any way he wins this. Buffalo's playing super disciplined right now, not giving up any of the easy ones, holding crosses together. There really isn't a chance he's going to be able to come in. He might be able to pick off someone here mid.
That's a great shot right there, and that's another gun down. That's 3 guns down for Buffalo, which really makes this 4th round a bit easier for Miami. But again, it all comes down to winning rounds and not letting your opponent snowball an economy here. It's important to kind of keep them on weaker buys and constantly a threat of saving. If Miami can kind of get a snowball going here on the defensive half, that's a really strong start for Miami. And they're really going to need it against a team like Buffalo, because I expect this to be a slugfest here today.
No, exactly. I was a little disappointed with last round with just the ones that they started to give up at the end, but hopefully they're able to keep playing together and just swing together, take these fights together, and hopefully not over aggro.
Looks like Buffalo's going for a B split here. They really love this connector play. Evan's able to find one on the B long, so it kind of relieves some of that pressure, especially since they're not going to realize that Astro's behind them too. Teo's going to get taken out, but Evan's going to find Yoru. He goes down, but he's kind of pinned back sight, not able to find anything. Blumpkin's going to take him down. Spike's going to go down. It's another 3v3. Plants goes to default, but Miami is kind of already ready for the retake here. So gonna kind of let the play develop, slow down here. I think that's something Miami really needs to work on, is slowing down. Swing gonna come out, stun's gonna go out. He's gonna get active here. I don't think he expects this. He's able to find one, not even find another one. Samuel's gonna take down Pandora, and it is this fade left. Default not to their plant. Modi takes him down. It is 3-1. Miami's looking really good right now.
No, that was a big kill from Sub, back calls, even swinging into it. He was able to see, he got one and he was able to see the last one was just stuck calls. They were able to get the kill long and they were able to just flood back into the site.
We have 3 ults also ready for Miami. You have a great Waylay ult for a good retake. Chamber can kind of lock down B here if he's able to hit his shots, of course, and then you have that Astral, maybe for a plant, maybe just kind of cut off sight and allow it to execute to be a little bit easier. But Miami's playing to a really good level right now. Chamber ult already being popped here, but the ones, can we talk about the ones here?
They're just something about them just swinging and giving 1v1s, and then they just gotta make sure that they're always swinging with somebody next to them and calling out these swings 3, 2, 1, and most importantly just waiting for util. Just wait for util before we swing. Suz play back hauls was real good last round, but if he just waited for any type of util that might help to clear it, I think he could have gotten both.
I think Miami gets a little bit antsy at times. They want to take the fights. They want to be aggressive here, and it can really come to bite them sometimes. But here, it does look like Sud's able to find a pick, but he's going to get taken out, and Miami kind of left to be pinched here. That's a great play by Samuel, hearing all the noise. Modi's able to find one and really pinch Buffalo here, but now Buffalo is trying to re-clear the space. They're going to get it, and that is a gun towards them, but Miami does know where the last 2 are. Samuel did see him. Fade having his ult here. Round's really going to slow down here. 40 seconds left. There's enough time to rotate, and Miami's kind of spreading themselves thin here, waiting for the plant.
I was a little curious with Samlon just staying there. He had 1 bullet left. He got fade-eyed. He got hit by the dog, and he just started running back. See Evan posted up on A main, looking at the chamber, gets the pick. Amazing pick. Astra starts rotating back, smokes it off. It seems like a clear win for Miami here.
It does, and I don't understand the chamber ult there. That's not what you want to really do in this situation here. You're not going to get much value off of it, especially since Miami's going to be playing back and just playing the plants. So that's a good thing for Miami. You got rid of an ult. And as much as you wanted that chamber ult to get a little more value, I think killing that chamber and just having him use that ult was really important. And Miami's now won 2 in a row, and they're really starting to snowball an economy here, especially since 3 of them have been kind of living every single round that they've won.
No, this is exactly, you still have the Waylay ult for retake, you still have the Astra ult for retake, and I think one of the biggest things that Miami is doing super well is they're not giving up the first pick. They're able to get the number advantage immediately right off the bat. And something that I was surprised to see is they're holding sight down very, very well. They're able to just stay on site, get 1, get 2, and then get out and wait for the retake.
What I'm also seeing is like a lot of trust come out from the team. You can kind of see like Samuel taking an angle, and he's not really worried about what's behind him because he knows his teammate is behind him, kind of ready to clear. But here comes the execute. Saul gonna really force his way back. But it looks like Buffalo's going to get aggressive here. Completely shut down this A side with the Astral and Fade ult. You still have that Waylay ult, too, in your back pocket if needed. They're going to get aggressive here. This is a really good call from Buffalo. Can Miami come through and able to get the retake? This would be a... Waylay ult's going to go out. He's going to find one. Trade's going to go out. 3 ults for Miami. And right now, Miami's storming back. It's Astra left in a 1v3. Wall's going to go out to kind of cover. Wait, they body blocked. They body blocked. Modi body blocks. He backs up, waits for the knife to come through. It just predicts the other Astra. 5-1 Miami. What a round.
No, that was just perfect from how they were playing there. The Waylay ult was beautiful. They were able to get 3 off of that, and we see what a Buffalo timeout's coming for.
I mean, you kind of have to. You've won 1 round out of 6. Miami kind of had you numbered on this defensive half. No matter what you throw at them, they're really just responding well. And I don't even think Miami's doing anything. I think they're just playing great, and they're playing as a team.
No, that's the biggest thing that I think was holding this team back. for the last couple games they were playing was just playing as a team, getting out of that ranked mindset and thinking, how can we play together and maximize each other's benefits instead of just saying, how can I try and maximize my own longevity?
Exactly. Stop playing for the KD, start playing for the win. Even if you bottom frag, but if you have a lot of kills, or not a lot of kills, a lot of assists, you're still providing value for the team. And I think that's what some of these young players need to realize is that you don't need to go 30-10
Right.
every single match.
Right.
Your util's a lot more valuable if people are getting picks off of it. So I think they're slowly starting to realize, and we have seen that progress through the weeks here, but now we're really starting to see it, and they're looking good because of it. They're playing their ones, they're playing together, they're waiting on util, they're also trusting each other. I think a level of trust also had to be established here so that the team would look good together, and having that trust is also important. That's what you see on the top teams too, that level of trust. And it looks like Buffalo's going to try to change something up here. Looks like they're going to try to run it down long, which is something they haven't really done at all. And Miami might be able to recognize it, but look where Spike is. Spike is both in CT. I kind of might expect a fake here to kind of go back and get it and try to hit that A. And it would be the correct call right now because Miami's fully rotated on a B.
Right. They haven't really explored anywhere mid. They're all kind of just waiting. I think slowly, though, I think Evan might have made the call to just go look anywhere else. They're all sort of rotating in sort of motion with Buffalo, and I think a couple of the players are going to meet him there on A on time. They're re-clearing everything, holding back. Astra's pushing up A main.
Definitely, and you just had Teo clear Art there, so you know they're not Art. You know they're not connector. You really know they're only at one spot, and that's A main. So you can kind of focus all your guns there. All execution can begin. So, like, Miami's already there to meet them. Samlon's able to find two. He's able to find a third, and it just falls apart for Buffalo. Great call from Samlon to just clear the map slowly. And you know where they come from. Flawless round for Miami off that Buffalo timeout.
That was, I think, some of the best util I think I've seen Miami use in a while. They used Teo drone to clear before they sort of rotated. One of the biggest things I think was instead of trying to take that bite long or stay even further on site to give up that quick pick, they backed up, they waited, and then they just used even more util to re-clear it. They used the fade to re-clear Art, mid, they tried to clear if anybody was pushed up, and then they were just ready to flood right in time when Buffalo was about to push.
There was also, like, no one was really solo on that play. You had corridors, you had two players there, you had two people on CT. It was just a great team round there, and Buffalo has no answer to it right now. Buffalo, again, looking to try to get this connector here. Fight potentially here. Chamber really looking up. He's got to find his one here. Evan's going to find that fade. That's an initiator down. He's going to see another one. You know Yoru's there too. But Chamber's able to find River. But Evan's able to find Yoru. Again, it's keeping the man advantage, but you've lost all that space B. You can have Buffalo now really rotate long and kind of plant. But it looks like
Astra's all the way up A.
This call is going to be great pick by Suh. You can kind of clear the space here, but this is a great call from Buffalo. You have your down man. You have to make some solo plays here. But look at Suh. Look at the discipline. He knows someone can be grouped up here. Are you going to be even more disciplined and check? No, he's not. He's going to get taken down. Samlon's just going to kind of wait, hold. He's going to hear Pandora run here and kind of can play off this lurk here. He's not going to expect that someone else. Pandora, he's going to get ulted. He knows Fate's behind him now, but he can't hear anything. And now the rest of Miami coming from Connector here. They're going to try to find their ones here. He's going to get taken down. Blumka's going to find two. It's a 1v1 here. He's going to move to long here. Samlon not in a great position against Waylay. Buffalo looking to try to snake around for Miami here. Bomb ticking. He kind of has to stick here. Maybe. Jump peek. He's going to see he's not up. Samlon trying to get aggressive here. Shot. He gets taken down. Blumpkin with the 3K. Buffalo storming back to take a round here. But Miami's coming a bit decent here. You just can't let this snowball into a Buffalo half.
No, exactly. I think one of the biggest things they did is they rotated way too early. They saw the chamber killed B, and I liked how they both were able to push up, get rid of the chamber lurk, but they didn't really count for that Astra fully. They were somewhat aware, but they didn't fully re-clear it, which is one of the biggest things I think this team has struggled with, was just re-clearing their angles.
You kind of have to take every angle into consideration. And he almost did. So almost had it. He just got a little too antsy there. and he was able to get picked off. But it looks like Buffalo's going to 5-man rush B here. They have the spike with them. You have Astro lurking mid now. Yoru's going to be kind of an initiator Sova drone almost, and kind of clear back sight, clear sight for his whole team, and just kind of allow them. But is he going to get aggressive here? He is, but he's going to get lucky and kind of get away with it. Evan going to get hindered here. Mime kind of going to get ready, but you also have Astro on a flank here. Is he able to find anything? He is. Astro's going to find one. Yoru's going to find Modi. And right now, Buffalo kind of swinging the momentum back in their favor. Waylay ult's going to go out here. It's Samelon and River left in left. Can't get anything going there. Buffalo with 2 in a row here. They're slowly starting to pick up some momentum back there.
Yeah, one of the things I think cost him that round was just Evan getting aggressive on the chamber. I think he pushed up a little too far, especially with the Yoru ult the minute they noticed him. The Waylay obviously ulted that entire hall. Astro wasn't going to be able to do anything. Chamber wasn't going to be able to do anything. And as soon as that happened, it kind of becomes more unwinnable. But it's just one of those things where it's like, just be patient. You just have to wait. You just have to be patient and sort of see how the round goes and just wait for everybody else to get there.
Definitely. And Yoru there got a little too aggressive, but it worked out in his favor. Evan looking to take a fight here on and off angle with Chamber TP. He does need to find something. He's not able to, but he does get out. A little bit of damage. Can he find anything here, though? He's going to take a shot. Great shot from Evan, but he's going to get traded out 1-for-1 there. And again, you have this Astro lurking. Oh my god, I can't speak anymore. They have constantly been on this lurk. You have to realize that they love playing on that site there. You have to realize that someone is either going to aggress or the main team's going to aggress there. You need a bit more util, especially since now that Chamber Trip is down. Pandora can just kind of sit here and play. Great swing. River's able to find one on a great swing. A little bit of a lucky spray there. Sul's going to kind of play back. Buffalo's going to get the plant down here on default, but Mime is geared up and ready for it. Tail ult's going to go out. I'm not sure if I like. He's able to find one, though. Sug gets picked off, though. Swing's going to go out. Samuel's going to find one. He's going to find the second. Miami not allowing Buffalo to kind of get something going here. 7-3, and they are picking the momentum back up.
Yep, that was perfect. The retake was perfect. The kill on Astra Art was so important in terms of just making sure that they were able to clear that lurk. I was a little scared. Samlon and Modi were both sort of clearing another way, going away. I didn't think Teo was going to be able to get the pick, but that timing was just completely in Miami's favor, and that's exactly what you wanted to see. And I think the pick on the Yoru, they could not entry. They didn't have any flashes. There wasn't going to be anything they were going to be able to sort of just fully push into or to stall, and that was perfect.
It was really, really good. Evan having his ult, and you also have Suh on his ult too. So these are 2 round-changing ults here, but it does look like, oh, we're gonna have ourselves a chamber duel, and also it kind of gotta be Bumpkin's able to find Sun, Samlon left, and that chamber's gonna take down Evan. Right now, it's not what you want. Fade ult's gonna go out here. Bumpkin gonna dash in, not able to find anything, but round really swinging into Buffalo's favor here. But look at the spike. Spike is left towards B here, and they're just gonna have a free open site.
Seems like they're rotating to B. Samlon's stuck in Flowers, Modi, and Art. I don't really see how they can retake this.
It's a great call from Buffalo to kind of rotate off that pick. Chamber diff a little bit there for Buffalo. And Astra ult is going to come out here too to just really block them out. They can't really push anything because you can't hear. And you also have Yoru lurking on corridor there.
I think they fully expect Astra and Samlon to just push through either heaven or underneath one of those angles. Yoru's holding Art. They just completely know exactly where they're going to be. I think you just save here.
I mean, 2 rounds left. Maybe your economy's good enough where you can try to find a pick. But honestly, if you're Miami, you're looking to find one or two more rounds.
You just don't want to feed. You just don't want to feed anybody else's ult. I mean, the chamber got the pick with the chamber ult, so it's not
too bad.
It's not too bad, but
there you go. You're able to find the pick there. Feed your ult a little bit, but you're kind of 3 ult orbs away. Oh, one's on the flank. Yours on the flank. gonna take him down. Miami gets washed out here. Final round of the half. Miami kind of looking for an 8-4. Buffalo trying to keep it close going into the defensive half. Really, both teams kind of need this round. If you're Miami, it's a really good boost to get yourself into closer to winning map 1. Buffalo, if you kind of get that 5-7, the defensive half is a lot more doable now.
No, exactly. I think Buffalo, what they're going to try and do is they're just mainly going to, again, put pressure on the player mid, get rid of that trip early, just so that they can sort of leave that one player lurking. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. I think there might be another chamber duel B long between Evan and Buffalo. They're leaving the Astra to lurk through A. They're putting up pressure through, is that Art? Is that?
That's Art, yeah.
Art, they're putting pressure through Art. Waylay dashes onto the Samlon.
But look at the recognition from Samlon. Oh, but the timing, he's not going to look in the right direction. He had the right idea, though. He knew that A was going to be really weaker there, and then he kind of pushed up, but he just wasn't in the right position, looking in the right way. And really, Buffalo's ready to crack open the site. You also have that chamber duel still going on there, but like also it's kind of a 3v4 here. Maybe you try to wait for this chamber to get here, but this is a great timing from Buffalo's chamber here. They're going to try to get here. Waylay also going to go out. Miami's going to try to get aggressive here. Fade's able to find one. Evan's able to find the trade, though, but he's able to find two. Wow, Waylay's son. That's insane. Waylay's able to find another one. Brody's able to find two. He's able to find three. Round slowing down. He doesn't know where the chamber is, but he does have smokes here. Astra Wall gonna go out. Smoke gonna go down. Diffuser's gonna be out. I don't know if he heard it. He's gonna get aggressive. Swing. Oh, and he gets the timing. Chambers able to find a nice timing on Modi. 7-5 in Miami still, but Buffalo looking to storm back.
Looks like we might also have a tech pause here from, oh, never mind, I guess.
Thank God. Tech pauses take way too long. No! No tech, no! No tech pause. We're already a little bit behind. P15. No P15. Oh. I never liked tech pauses here, but it's a great half from Miami. You probably wanted a few more rounds. A few more rounds could have definitely swung your way, and this could be a whole different ball game. But now this pistol round is going to be really crucial for both sides. Buffalo, you're looking to try to tie it back up. Miami, you're just really trying to get this done. You're really looking to close map 1 and go into map 2, which is your map pick of Corrode. Like, you really want to get there up off of Buffalo's pick and really shut them out 0-2.
Yes, no. I think one of the biggest things Miami needs to focus on is just continue what we've been seeing from their defense side, is swinging together, using that util to clear angles when they push in or when they re-clear anything, and I think they'll do perfect on this attack side. I was a little worried coming into this game just because I didn't know if they were going to play together, if they sort of learn to trust each other, and it seems like they have, and they've been playing phenomenal. There are certain areas where sometimes it looks like one of them gets a little overeager and a little overexcited, but it seems like they're really playing well together.
They are really playing well together, but now we move on to an attack half, and you really kind of have to change the mentality a little bit. Now it becomes a lot more strategical. You got to make plays. You got to make plans. And really what I think we need to see is Miami saving its util for the true site execute, especially with Tejo, about how easily you can clear. You kind of have to save that. And if you're spending it to fake, then you're really screwing yourself when the real execute starts at the end there.
No, exactly. I think one of the biggest things that they can do, especially with the Teo util, is just get bombed down. All they need to do is just get bombed down and just play post plant. Don't get over eager. Don't give any ones on post. Just play off the Teo util. Those mollies are going to stall for so much time when you're playing. And that's just how they're going to win. They just need to get the bomb down and just play back.
Especially since, like Miami, Buffalo doesn't have that much Sentinel util. They have a chamber, trip, and a chamber.
Right.
That's all they have. So really finding that trip and kind of breaking it is going to force Buffalo to stay spread out and really try to only make them peak using themselves. So you're going to find an advantage on gunfights. Sites are going to be easier to hit. It's going to be crucial that Sentinel utility is destroyed and that you thin Buffalo out across the map, because as much as there's only 2 sites, there's still that mid connector there's a lot of different angles to hold, and that if one gets slipped behind your back line, then you're really going to kind of get screwed and pinched, and you're not going to have a lot of space on site here.
And it looks like what Miami's starting to do is they're just going to try and get that fight be long. I think they might try and isolate, hopefully, the chamber, but we'll see.
I think if you're Chamber, you know where he's going to play because you were playing on the side. Oh! Sug get taken down. That's a good shot there from Buffalo's Chamber. But right now, the execute doesn't stop. Pandora's going to find Evan. He's going to find Samble on Andy. He's going to find River. Great use of shots there. And it's Modi left to a 1v5. Can he get it done? Swing, gonna go out. He's gonna get tagged up. They know where he's at. He's getting tagged. 10 HP. Down. Oh, he's able to find one. Oh, no. Oh, that's gonna be a Buffalo clip at the end of the day. A 4K for Pandora. Buffalo takes the pistol round, and they're looking to tie it up here.
That was, I think, the exact opposite of what we talked about with the minute their duelist died. It looked like they just panicked. They said, we're just going to run it down. It looked like they swung out the smoke one by one by one.
Yeah, like everything we just complimented them on, out the window.
And one of the things I think I just noticed is Miami doesn't have any flashes.
Oh, yeah, they don't. I think Buffalo's going to recognize that, and that's a real weakness in their comp. Evan's able to find Waylay, though, which is a great start to this round. If you're really able to kind of get Buffalo off of this, you can kind of get some momentum going in these next rounds here. Buffalo kind of looking, Samlon with a great timing with Teo. River, they could possibly find something here. Maybe you try to go connector here. I would not run that. They are going to anticipate it. Oh, the timing could be really good here. And they're going to start to get aggressive here. Waylay going to dash. Fade's going to kind of miss. Sug's on top of the chamber, but he is low. Tether going to go out, and it looks like they're going to get bombed down. Chamber already kind of clearing a long here, but Evan's going to go down. Now, really, you're kind of contained. You do have line of sight here, but you also have the weaker guns. You really need to play a slower round. Evan giving a wholly nice shot there. Pandora's going to find one. Sug's able to find a pick, though, on 25. He's going to try to rotate out. No one's there. Kai's going to find one. But Buffalo's able to storm through, only losing 2. That looked like a really good Miami round. I think they just panicked when that smoke went down.
No, yeah, and the pick on main certainly didn't help one bit. You kind of lose. They know exactly where everybody else is. They know where to smoke, and you can't really push out that smoke anymore just because, again, you don't have any of the flashes to try and surprise them. So they're just all going to be staring at you while you shoot.
They're all staring at you, and, like, you're kind of pinned. You don't know if someone's flanking you, too. You have nothing covering you. So you kind of also have to worry about checking your flank. But Miami is, again, looking at a 5-man hit, maybe a 4 chamber trying to lurk mid. But really, this is an important round for Miami that they don't lose that many guns. Buffalo's going to get aggressive here. Maybe this guy... Oh, great shot. River goes down. Your post plant's gone. And now that you've cleared A, you know you just got to pick B. You saw the lot B. You can really... Again, they're going to leave your... Evan with a great equalizing pick. Evan with another great shot, taking 2 of them down. And that B site suddenly becomes open for Miami to take. It was not looking good. Evan clutching up in the middle of a round, getting this plant down. But again, you still don't have this post plant ability anymore. Kai gonna look to kind of get aggressive here. Buffalo kind of going through corridor. Going to really slow down the round here. You also have one on the flank. Are they able to get the timing? Heaven, he is. Evan's able to get a 3K. He's able to get 4. Sun's going to take down 5. Mime is able to clutch out their pistol round with only 1 gun gone. That's a really solid round, but you have to start snowballing an economy here.
No, and that was one of the things I was a little curious about, though, is they know the Chamber's holding that angle. He's been holding it for God knows how long. Just first round, someone's dead instantly. Second round, someone's dead instantly. And I thought I saw Saul out a little wide on B site, and there wasn't a jump peak. They weren't trying to clear things, and then Chamber's able to get a free pick. I think they just need to tighten up, especially for this gun round. And we see I guess the Chamber pushing up on A site, just being able to swing together. And we see the 1v1. Evan's able to get an amazing first pick, and then Saw dying mid, but
spray through the Modi. Pandora's got to be feeling a little lucky right now. 2 sprays through smoke, and it's just Samelon and Evan left. Yoru might just flash in here. He's gonna teleport directly in, but Buffalo makes a mistake. Trying to mistiming there. Evan out on the 3K. He knows what the last one is. You fall back, play time here. You able to find a timing. You're gonna drop down. What a shot on 5 HP. Miami's gonna want that round back at the end of the day.
Clutch.
What a clutch from Fade, tying the game up.
I was going to say I was a little confused at first what Buffalo was doing to get in that site, and it looked like they just threw the round away. And then, again, it's just 1v1v1. Maybe it wasn't as egregious as it has been in the past, but you see that it's one left alive. Why are we still trying to fight?
And you also know they're 5 HP.
Exactly.
You like, just take the fight together. Like, you gave them the ones, and then you had the Buffalo mistake, and you gave them a mistake right back, and it cost you the round. So really, Buffalo's kind of in the driver's seat now because they're going to have the superior guns. Oh, they're not even hit that. River's going to find one. DK's going to go back. Blumpkin's going to find Saw, and River spike down. Evan's able to find a pick, though. Kind of, sort of equalized the round. Bad swing there from Yoru. He wasn't clearing his quarters or anything. Modi might just have the timings here. Great shot from Modi. It's Blumpkin left in a 1v3 with Miami pressuring from the sides. Shot, Evan's going to hit it. But Miami's going to take the lead back again at 9-8. Just ping-ponging back and forth. Who has the advantage?
I don't even know where to start with that round. The counter stun from Saw, the util was amazing. They were able to just stall and wait, and then Modi waiting for Buffalo to make that mistake of pushing up window, which seemed a little weird, and then just having the awareness to sit and wait and see if somebody was flanking, and he was obviously rewarded for it.
It's kind of, I'm going to say, baffling on both teams. It's really, which team's not going to make the mistake right now?
No.
Both of these teams are kind of just letting the other one have the win. He's able to get one, he's able to get out, but I don't know if he's fully going to be able to get out here, and he does. Now, Miami should recognize how many players have aggressed up here. You need to let him get back. Blumpkin's going to find Evan, though, and that's a Vandal towards Buffalo. But that A site is wide open. You have to get the plant down. You need to start that bomb ticking while you have the chance. Also, you really need to take space here.
No, yes. They've given you so much space. Just find any rack angle you can hide in. Just find one, wait, get one, and then just get out. You have the Teo util for post plant. You really don't you have the Teo util. You really don't need to be pushed up waiting for this, especially now that you know they have a rifle. And they're going to be throwing bodies and waiting just to get the rifle to trade out everything. Saw is able to find a good pick. Flowers waiting. The Astro Wall came down just to sort of try and help secure and reinforce the round.
Oh, Yoru might have a timing here, but they do have to check long. He's able to find one. Modi's able to find the trade, though. Miami's going to find this round. Noku's going to find Sa, though. He's able to find Modi. Spike going to go off here. But Buffalo's going to take a gun. Miami only leaving with one.
That was an expensive round, to say the least. Again, just one of the big things. Evan, amazing first pick, but then he stayed there. And he knew they were pushing, and he gave him the gun for free. It's just keeping those rifles, keeping your economy up, and letting it snowball instead of maybe, getting down to 400 like we see with Saw, or just being able to throw that around and giving away the rifle for free for the chance of losing the round is just some mistakes that you don't want to be making, especially now that we're on the gun round.
You need to realize that sometimes you have to play life. Chamber ult's going to go out here for Evan. He possibly knows where that chamber is. You kind of have to... Ooh, really took that swing. Luckily he missed. But now that chamber knows, Waylay ult's going to go out here. Are they able to find anything? No, Sa's going to take him down. And right now, you kind of have to plant for this operator. Yoru ult's going to go out. He's going to clear where everyone is. Waylay also going to go out. Body blocking from Yoru. He's going to tuck. He's going to find two. Samuel's able to find one. Evan's able to find one. Miami's still having the man advantage here. He's going to get taken down, though. It's really going to be an equal shot. And it's Modi left. She's not able to do it. Buffalo storms back with a great Yoru Waylay combo there.
I like the idea. They were able to get the bomb down. They were waiting. The Waylay ult really seemed to manage to capture the Teo backside, which was a little confusing to me just because you have all that util for stall. You have chamber ult. It's just, why are we trying to play so far up, especially on the Teo, instead of just maybe playing further back, just playing off the util that we have? It seems like we're a little super aggressive to hold space in terms of that we really don't need to be holding, especially with the comp that we're playing. It's just, it seems like these mistakes that we're making are sort of giving the round away to Buffalo instead of just securing what could have been a map done already.
Yeah, you already have a chamber ult to play that long angle, and you have Teo. Play the post plant. You know your strength on this comp. You kind of have to play it, and you know your weakness too. You have no flashes either way. You really need to be aggressive here. Fuka's able to find two. Another one, so with a great double tap. 2v2 now. Plant's going to go down in default here. Really, time is going to be on Miami's fake. Nope, Spike's going to go down. Really didn't hear the cue. Bodie's going to get found out, though. They know one's on default. He's going to smoke his way out. Oh, but Blumpkin's able to find one. He's able to find a second one. Buffalo ties it up, and like I said in the beginning, this is going to be a slugfest. 10-10, and Miami's going to have to go into a save here.
That was beautiful eco round. They had the positioning perfectly. They were able to just wait. It's just not having those guns at the end and just the Waylay util and losing those ones just really hurt them at the end. And it looks like we're seeing a timeout coming in for Miami. What do you think that they need to do?
They need to fake.
Okay.
They have barely faked at all, and they've committed to a site instantly. Like I talked about during halftime or during that tech pause, they have to throw fakes. You need to let Buffalo use their util, and then you can have your util for site execute plus post plant. Another thing is we have to be smarter about who's saying back on post plant. Everyone's getting too aggressive. River and really Evan need to realize, like, hey, we can play post plant with our guns. Sit back, relax, let your team go fry while you sit back and just play the post plant here. We're not looking for kills. If you're River, I mean, kind of if you're Evan, he's really frying right now. But like River has to be able to stay back, play that post plant utility, and just secure the rounds. That's all you're really looking for here. And now that Buffalo's tied it, they're able to kind of sneak this map win under your nose. They go into your map pick. You are the ones having to catch up here. They have been constantly chasing and chasing and chasing, and now they're finally tying the game up with you really on. This is kind of an important round for you. They're starting to snowball an economy, and your economy is really slowing down here. You're gonna Chamber really trying to find something with his ult here. They're gonna dodge it though, but again, they're gonna get aggressive here on A. Try to find something. Spray now is not gonna find anything, but it looks like Miami's trying to go connector here, really trying to find anything. Fade's gonna get pinged out. Sol looking to get aggressive. Is he able to find anything? No, they're gonna kind of sneak by here. Double swing's gonna come out. Great use of a blind. Tail ult's gonna miss, and Buffalo's gonna get aggressive. Evan's gonna get fought out, but Sun's on a flank already. They could possibly pinch her. Ooh, timing! Modi with the unfortunate timing. Are they gonna realize? Don't shoot the clone. Double swing. River's able to find one though. And right now, Miami's getting pinched on all sides. And it's River left in a 1v4. Dash is gonna go out, and you're not gonna be able to find anything on that. Buffalo taking the lead for the first time this map. And they send you onto a save, and they're going to probably get 12-10 here from map point.
Just not having the flashes, I feel like, is hurting them immensely, especially when Buffalo's playing this perfectly. They'll put up a smoke and they'll just wait because we know exactly where these players are going to be, and they can't do anything about us just standing right there. And now that Miami's forced on the eco, doesn't really look like this round's really much in their favor. And then they're going to be playing on the backseat of they need to win every single round, even get hopes of an overtime coming in.
Yeah, you really have to. And look at the ult economy. You only have a Fade ult for Miami, and you have Astra and Waylay for really a post-plant and a retake if really needed. But Miami looking to get aggressive there on mid. They're not going to be able to find anything. Evan's going to teleport back here. Buffalo taking a lot of space, though. They know Miami has the weaker guns here. They can take these long fights. They can hold these angles because at the end of the day, they have the gun superiority here, and they can just kind of allow them. And Miami's just kind of sitting, waiting, maybe trying to find some sort of Buffalo aggression here, but they're not going to give it to them.
No, Buffalo knows exactly where these players are. They have space mid, they have B long space, they have B link space, they have art space. They know, well, now that they're aggressing mid, but they just know exactly what side of the map they're on. They know nobody's lurking. What a pick from Evan on the fade there. They have a gun to work with now, and I think they're going to try and aggress off of this.
You kind of have to. River's able to find Yoru off of her, what is that, bombs. But, like, now you don't have that for post-play. Yes, it's a pick there, but what's that actually worth it? Evan's going to find Pandora, and Miami suddenly...
And he gets the dig.
He's able to... Blumpkin left on 12 HP. You have to close out that kill, too. You really cannot allow them to get anything. River's going to find it, and it's Chamber left with an operator. He's going to save it. Miami storing back on their save. A Thrifty coming out 11-11. This is the most important round that comes next. It's not overtime, it's this round. Because I like to say 11-11 is the most important because whoever wins gets guaranteed overtime. You can play a little bit more relaxed on that next round, and you also have the economy advantage. Because, if you get to overtime, everyone has the same economy. But you're going to have that one slight advantage you have to take care of going into possibly map point. You really need to close it out because at the end of the day, you're going to look back and be like, we really should have had that one.
No, exactly. I don't know if Chamber has made his presence known yet with the op, so they look like Chamber's moving in more over towards A, and I think one of the biggest things, especially with the lack of flashes that Miami has right now, is just using the Teo drone, using the Fate Dogs to just try and clear that space out. It looks like Miami's putting presence towards A, maybe expecting some type of, oh no, I guess he's moving art now.
This could be some really good value for Buffalo here. If he's able to find a pick because he's going to have his teleport out too. He's going to play an off angle. He's going to get detected out, but stunned. Samlon really can't swing that, but he's going to teleport back and really just try to play off this long angle. Samlon having his ult. You also have a Yoru and Astra ult here. Evan's going to get picked out. He's going to just have to rotate back. But look at Buffalo. They've aggressed all the way up B. They are going to pinch. And Chambers able to find Suh. And it's not looking good because Miami doesn't realize how much space they don't have. Buffalo having all of mid clear at this point. Miami left to a little bit. Maybe Chambers able to find it. He is. He kind of really needs to kind of alleviate some pressure here. Kind of force these A players to make a play. Is he able to find one? No, but he's going to have to get aggressive here. He knows behind him. Evan's able to find Pandora, but he's going to get taken out by that operator. But this has allowed enough time for a rotate here. This is a great call from Miami.
No, that was perfect. Evan was able to insert himself in between. He was pinched from all angles, and he was able to just create chaos within Buffalo's backline. And as we can see here, it looks like they're pushing on to B site. They know Yoru's back haul now. Yoru dinged. Samlong's able to get the ding. Yoru ult.
He's just going to get out of there. Smart play by him. It's the possibly final round. Just get out, play life. Now you can kind of pinch here because you see no one is really playing flank here. Miami's pinched on site here again. He's able to get taken down though. And right now with this Asher ult might be a little bit of a hindrance. Swing gonna go out. River's gonna find the trade though. It's a 1v1 bomb ticking. You do have some utility here. Like ticking, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna miss the suck though. He's gonna get to half. Is he gonna stick? He is. Moody takes him down. Miami on map point, not match point. We're on map one here. Map point. with 3 ultimates, they have a real chance to win this game. You have Chamber ult, you have Fade ult, and you have Waylay ult for an execute and a post-plant hold. It's just all about executing now.
I think wherever they go, they need to go fast, especially with the Fade ult and the Waylay ult. I better just, even if they put the smoke up, you just want to go through that immediately, especially with the Fade util coming in, especially with Waylay just going to be able to dash in with the Waylay ult, and you really want to take advantage of that.
You do have 1 stinger coming out for Buffalo. Evan's really going to try to get aggressive here. Is he able to find one? No, he's going to shoot, teleport out. But Miami looking to kind of aggress this. Yoru's going to get out. Waylay's going to get out. That's some great use of util there. Play your life. You know you really cannot afford to give up a pick here. Yoru all the way back in CT. Waylay going to get out. Miami going to call for a rotate to just plant Evan here. Maybe make some noise. If you find a pick here, that would be huge. You also have this Chamber pushing out of A. If you're able to find this, this really opens up the A side. But if you get picked off here, you really lose a lot of space. Because right now, Chamber kind of has them pinned here. Maybe if you go through connector here in the mid, River gonna drone out, kind of clear a lot of space. You're able to find 2 in corridor. Evan also gonna rotate out, but this Chamber is really getting aggressive here. The timing, he's gonna get spotted out. They know he's behind him, but he has to kind of make a move here. Evan, chance, swing, he gets taken down. Buffalo with the man advantage here, but Miami is going to get this plant down.
30 seconds
You do
left.
also have Asher here realizing that the fight's going to get here. You're always going to find the timing.
Face your fear!
Holy timing! Fight! He's not going to get the kill, but he's going to continues to rotate back.
player
You're always going to find another one. River left in a 1v4. Swing going to go out. He's going to find one. Not even find another one. We're heading into OT.
That was, I think, some of the most Valorant moments you could have seen in a while. Just timing after timing after timing.
And that's part of Valorant. Valorant's not a
Switching
game of
sides.
pure skill. You gotta get
Overtime.
lucky a bit with the timings. Both teams got unlucky, but ultimately it swung towards Buffalo, and we're heading into overtime. Miami, again, they did win their defensive half, but not by much here. What I really think it's going to come down to is who can win their attack half.
No, I completely agree with you here. It's just both teams' defenses look strong. I think Miami's attack looked a little better than Buffalo's, especially with coming into the later rounds, just kind of regrouping, especially with their ecos. And it's just sort of, how are we going to apply that sort of to our attack? And it looks for defense. Buffalo seems to look like they're going to, any of the mid pressure that they put in the early rounds, they just went, that's not working anymore. We're just going to see if we can go B long.
I think this is a great call here. You kind of conditioned Miami a little bit that you're hitting that mid, but you know the Chamber is going to be up. Can he find a pick? No. This is some great recognition, though. Play back. Play your life. But, ooh, he's going to see a lot. He doesn't get dinged or anything. He sees, but he's going to still play an aggressive off angle because of his Chamber trip here. He's going to get spotted out. He's going to spotted twice. Great teleport. Get out. He's able to find one. He is. Play your life. 360. 360. And Buffalo takes advantage of that. And Miami left in a 2v4.
Planted.
What was that?
Maybe with the pick that they thought they were going to get, that time to flood in the site, but it didn't look really communicated at all. It looked a little stunted. They know both players are in B-Link, spraying to try and get him out.
Hey. Oh, they're able to find one. He's able to find 2.
Standing.
Oh, Blumpkin with a great 3K there. Now Buffalo's on
Switching
map point.
sides.
It's
Match
just
point.
it's trading mistakes back and forth, and Buffalo was doing it at the beginning, and now Miami's kind of doing it back, and Buffalo is really taking advantage of it.
No, we got the first pick when they were entering, and then it looked like maybe there was a call to retake, or maybe, but it was just so stunted that you give away 3 players that are just dead. Evan, I think he might have gotten blinded when he was jumping out, but even then it was so stunted that it didn't look coordinated at all from what we've seen before.
You also have to, this team needs to realize when they need to play aggressive, and also when they need to play back. They have to realize when their life is more important than a possibility of another kill.
No, exactly.
Evan should have just fallen back into heaven there because Spike wasn't even down yet. Play the time, let them plant because you're already there. There's no need to execute when you have the advantage. And that's a mistake that Miami just threw to Buffalo, and they took full advantage of it.
And then look at how much space that Buffalo currently has on the defense.
And
Yep.
Evan really, I think he got a little bit egotistical there. He's like 30 and something. He wanted to take the ones, and it did not go in his favor there. And Miami playing a man down on map point there. They really need to come back. Oh, and Yoru finds the spray through 2. Miami left in a 2v5. It's not looking good if the miracle gets pulled out here. If not, we're heading on to map 2. Miami down. Both of these teams looking for a lifeline. Yoru on a 3K. River finds one. Start of something potentially. He knows she's been in this situation before. Can the timing's gonna happen? Swing's gonna go out. She gets taken down. Buffalo wins it in overtime and takes their map pick 14-12.
That last round, it looked like Miami had just given up. They lost the opening pick, and then they were sitting in the smoke, and then they just said, all right, we're just going to swing. And they got mowed down by the Euro.
But look at Evan, 10 first bloods. That's what you want to see. And Sud also had 5. It was the mid-round mistakes when you got that man advantage. And they looked really, really strong.
No.
In the first half, they looked like they were playing together. They looked like a solid team. And then you just kind of let it slip round after round after round. And especially on that OT, it just all fell apart. And I think they eventually gave up. Evan kind of started to get aggressive there. And it just all fell apart. And Buffalo takes map 1. Not what you want to see, because now you really have to take out 2 maps in a row. You go on to Corrode though, which is your map pick. You've done really well on, but we also know a couple slip ups in this. A couple slip ups on this map is really going to be the end of this, and kind of your chances at a potential, state or land run.
No, exactly. We can see here, it looks like Evan getting those first picks, able to insert himself in their backline. That's when they were able to succeed the most. But the minute it came to just, they got stunted, their first pick was dead. They weren't able to implement him anywhere. So somebody died first. They didn't win that first duel.
Yep.
They get smoked off, and they just kind of falter. They don't have any flashes to push. I mean, yes, they have the fade dog, but
that's not going to do much, especially since, like, shoot it and you can kind of recross. Aim is not really a progressional here, but we're going to head to a break. We'll talk about this a bit more when we get to agent select. Players are taking 5. We're going to take 5. Map 2 coming at you soon. Miami tried to look to come back in this match, but Buffalo taking map 1 here. Don't go anywhere. More Valor coming at you soon. are back from map 2 Corrode. Miami defending, Buffalo attacking. Like last map here, let's see the comps are going to come out. We did get a little, I want to say, like peek into Buffalo's comp, and it is looking like what they're going to do here. Neon, Waylay, Sky, Brim, Sage.
I'm a little confused by the Sage pick. I personally think that Chamber's just better than Sage, especially now. Maybe they're going to do something crazy with the wall that I don't know for post plant.
So what we saw from Ball State was really an attack on that A site, and you kind of wall off a corner of site, and so they either have to funnel their way through that Sage wall, or they have to come around site, and you're having all your guns focused there. It's really hard to come back from, and you really need to be aggressive and either pick off that Sage or break that wall and kind of pinch everyone that's kind of trying to camp there. I think we're going to see that Neon get active early, get in, get picks, let that Sage plant, and then you have Brim for post plant. You're going to have Sky for flashes too. But now let's look at Miami's comp. This is what they run on Western Michigan and versus Buffalo, or not Buffalo, Ball State. You have Fade, Clove, Waylay, Omen, and Chamber. It's Miami's bread and butter on this map.
No, and I think they're going back to more, especially Miami, with their just comfort picks, just to be like, hey, we know that we can perform the best on these types of agents. We'll just keep playing them. It worked out, I think, for Western Michigan.
For Western Michigan, they went 13-2.
Yeah, it worked out well for them there. I think they're going to try and run it back, just say, hey, last map, let's get it out of our brains. Yep. Focus on directly what we're doing this map.
And especially since that was Buffalo's pick of the map. Yes. They wanted Pearl, and you took them to overtime. Like, that's still something to be said here, but you wish you could have pulled it out. But instead, you got to go onto your map pick now, take it back, and really force them onto Abyss to try to find some decider here. But the problem is going to be if Buffalo starts to snowball, you're already down a map, the mental's a little bit cooked already, it's just going to snowball into really a Buffalo win here.
No, exactly. And what we can see with Miami's defense is Buffalo's running that double duelist comp, especially with the Neon Wall, Waylay, Evan's going to have, and then even Sky Flashes. Evan's going to have such a hard time when they hit his site of just trying to get one and get out. He's going to be util dump to all hell.
Trades going out. Buffalo coming on top of the trade. Samlon just need to get out, but you can kind of see what the plan is. Attack A, get the plant down. Oh, maybe all for a fake here. Timing. Moody's able to find Spike. Waylay's going to dash out, but Blind's going to get out. Evan's going to find one, but Moody's going to get taken down. Jump peek. Evan's able to find two on a lucky jump, and it's Brim left. Spike down on mid there. A little bit lucky for Miami with the timings and the flash, but that's kind of what you need here on Valorant.
Smoke's down.
Smoke's going to go down. Brim's still going to have all his utility. Oh, he's able to find one as Samlon has his utility out. 1v1 swing! And Buffalo clutches it. Brim with the 1v2. Oh, no!
And once again, you just see they're just giving the 1v1s. You know exactly where he's coming from. They're both looking. You see the fades he's come out. Why are we holding the angle? Why are we not just waiting and then saying, all right, we're going to swing together in 3, 2, 1. It just doesn't make sense to me. We're just sitting there and waiting, and then they end up giving the 2 1v1s, and they lose the round because of it.
Or what you could do, fall back. Let him grab Spike and let him plant. You have the advantage, and especially on pistol, with how even it is, you could really just play the swing off each other. 3, 2, 1, and you're really winning that round. But Buffalo's able to clutch there. That's a real mental killer. Shot's going to go out. Is he able to find anything? No! Key's going to take down Evan, and the plant's going to go down. But Miami's already geared up, but they do have the weaker guns here. One's going to get taken out. Two's going to get taken down. Samlon's able to find one, but Pandora with a 3K. Buffalo with the quick round win here. And it's going to start to snowball for Buffalo unless Miami on their full buy here can really make a statement, keep a lot of guns, and try to storm their way back into this one.
Again, we just saw on that retake, it looks like a vending machine or a pinball machine where it's just one after the other. There's no 3, 2, 1. Waylay swung, Clove swung, Fade then swung, and then third time's the charm. They were able to get the pick, but then the rest died. And it's just, where's the communication we saw from last map? Where's the, I'm going to swing, you swing with me, and we'll go win together.
Exactly. Where's that double team? We're seeing one after one after one. It's a lot of discontinue from Miami. Great shot by Evan. He's going to take down Key. That is Neon gone. That's a really good entry gun, but you still have Waylay to really come back here. Oh my God, ready to go off of that and kind of have to get shut down. Evan's able to find another one. Bodie's able to shut it down. Great timing there, kind of isolating the Waylay, and then you get a spray through. It's a 2v5 now. And Miami really looking to make a statement here, really trying to keep their guns and start to snowball an economy. But Buffalo has clutched up before, and they can definitely do it again here.
And I like with how they still keep everybody B, of course, and then they're re-aggressing mid just to make sure they know that they haven't lurked or went anywhere else. And with all the space they have, they know exactly where Buffalo is going to be, and they're just holding this angle. They're not giving up anything for free. They have the trip there. They're waiting for the trip in case they push there, and they're all stacked together to play and swing off each other, which is the most important.
I love what they're doing right now. You have Fade kind of playing back on this mid here, really making sure that no one should just lurk by, play your life there. You have 2 peek mid, and then you have 2 here on A. Great jump peek by Evan. He's going to realize what the last 2 are. He's going to get taken down, though. But Miami's already here. Bodie's able to find one. Nico's going to find the pick, though, but Saw's able to find the cleaning pick. Miami loses 2 guns there, but a great round nonetheless, and they're able to bring a round back.
And I love that round a little bit, all the way until just a little bit till the end. I mean, you have the Omen watching A main or B main. You don't really need to jump peek that. You can just wait, and then you can keep those guns going into the next round, especially now that we know that Buffalo is going to be bringing the heat. They're going to be locked and loaded. They're going to all have rifles, and then having that extra cushion in case you do lose, or even just keep full shields for Modi would have been amazing to have right now.
Definitely. Now, this is a big swing round for both teams here. Buffalo could start to snowball here, or Miami can really storm back, force Buffalo onto sort of a half-buy save, and maybe you get some... Oh, Kraus is under the bullet. Maybe they hear the rotate going out, but Miami kind of pushing back mid here. That's not what you want to see. You want to keep the space. What I'd like to say is if you know where they're not, you know where they are.
Yeah.
And this is going to really allow Buffalo to get aggressive here. And now Key is going to dash in with 10 HP. He's finally going to get healed up by Sage, but now they're finally trying to hit this A. We're going to see a Sage wall probably come out in this corner here. Maybe he's going to try to get aggressive here. Stun's going to come out. Is River going to get picked off here? No, Samwon's going to find Key. Brown's going to slow down here. Wall's still not out. Oh, okay, so Wall's going to be used to kind of cut off Miami, but they're just going to break that wall instantly. And you still have, I was about to say, you still have Samwon kind of pinching, but now you have everyone looking at CT. Slow's going to go down. Funk's going to find 2. Pandora's going to find 1. Modi finding 2. 2v1 here. He needs to find something to get him back into this round. Bomb ticking. He might go for a tap here. Swing. He's going to find 1. He's on the 3. Yeah, I don't think he realized the timing behind him. Buffalo taking another round. They might be able to start to snowball something here. Alts 2-2, but Miami has to come back on this round and really find a round win, or it's just going to snowball, and Buffalo could really easily take this.
Especially now that Miami's going on to an eco. It doesn't look like I mean, we said this last map where we were like, they're on an eco, they're going to lose. Doesn't look hopeful to them. And then we just see some crazy shots from the entire team and they win. Yeah. But even now, it just doesn't look hopeful. It looks like it's going to head to a 1-4, especially with all of Buffalo looking like they're about to aggress on a B in the chamber op. Posted mid, but being at the wrong place, and it's probably going to arrive late. It's just, what do we do here from now?
We also, remember what we talked about pre-show. The fact is, like, it's an attacker-sided comp right now. It's very hard to stop a 5-man hit like that. But now you have to be able to kind of retake a bit quickly and find those picks, find the timing, and swing off each other. He's able to find Sun, the smoke. Bumpkin's going to find Evan. One of them was a lucky spray through, but then you have Evan kind of getting picked off. River and Modi are able to find something here. Samuel's going to grapple 1. He's going to get stunned. He's getting sprayed down through the smoke. That's another thing we've talked about. A little bit of luck is involved, and it's River and Modi left in a 1v2. Oh, great volley there. He gets taken down. River gets taken down, and Buffalo starting to snowball here.
Yeah, I don't understand the play with the smoke, especially if we're trying to dog out. We dog out once, dog's gone. We dog out again, dog's gone again. Nobody's swinging with the dog, and then somebody dies through the smoke. You kind of have to assume that there's more than one person there, don't you?
Yep.
And then when we do swing, we swing on our own.
Yep.
And it's just we're giving them free kills, we're giving them free picks, and then our two smokes players are getting one deeks on the other side of the site, and it's going, well, what are they going to do now?
Yeah. They're tagged up. They're weaker guns. You can't really do much. And now you're really just kind of left to try to find any picks here. But again, another 5-man hit coming from Buffalo. If Miami can't stop it, why change it? Nothing's broken here. You really don't need to change it. But Suh's able to find one, able to find two, able to find three. Suh trying to be a hero. Samlon getting a lucky spray, and Miami having some sort of life here. All 5 players with guns is what you want if you're Miami. Triple swing. Suh with a 4K. Miami clawing their way back into this one. That's the round you want to see.
And that was I know how we talked about pre-show, just trying to hold to that site and sit and just holding site on its own and being able to hold it, especially against that double duelist comp with the neon stun, the waylay slow, is downright almost impossible. But Suh's util there was perfect in stalling him, and because of that perfect timing on the slow, he was able to get 2, he was able to get 3. They were able to get the trades, and they were able to get the kill through the smoke, and the rounds immediately in their favor. And it looks like Buffalo's now on sort of a light buy. They have a classic with the Neon Ult and the Guardian, and things are looking more in turn for Miami.
Definitely. Oh! Nasty shot from Evan there. He takes down Neon, but the problem with their comp right now is they have another duelist that just allows them to dash in. Waylay's also going to pick up her ult here. And Sage Res is going to come out. Smart play there, but also it was a little bit of a wasted ult. You get that early pick there, and you kind of have to force them up. And they're only on 100 HP. So you really have forced out that Sage util, and you can kind of play the advantage here. You have you have Close playing on that mid angle there, and you have Waylay holding A, and they're just gonna re-aggress here. And this is a great call from Buffalo. Fake the rotate, come back. Now it's all really left up to. Oh, he's gonna get blind. He's able to teleport out though. But is he able to really find anything? Sage Wall's going to go up here. You do have Samlon's ult here. You have 3 ults here that you can use. There goes 1. They're able to get pinged. He knows he's going to be in the corner. He's low. He's able to find 1. And Buffalo rips through Miami 5-2.
The lack of trades there just really killed them. It was just they wasted they input a Neon ult in there, they inputted a Fade ult in there. You know where everybody is, and it's just, once again, you're swinging into the Neon, even though they have a classic, it's close range, that right click is gonna do numbers. How are we just solo swinging? It doesn't make any sense.
It does not make any sense, and Buffalo really just shredded Miami there. This timeout has to be a mental reset for them, because right now, Buffalo is snowballing in economy, and they have the map advantage, and they have the round advantage, and they're just going to quickly bring an attack half to a really insurmountable, like 10-2, 9-3 possibly, where it's really, really hard to come back and get to that decider map, because just Miami's discombobulated now. They're just not thinking correctly. I don't think they're really rushing. They're frustrated. They want instant results, and they're just getting punished every single time.
I think one of the biggest things that we could do, or we could see from Miami, is just some type of mid exploration. We know that they're hitting site fast. Why are we not flanking? They don't have any flank util.
Nope.
Why are we not pushing mid, aggressing mid? They don't have anybody watching that. They know the Sage is going to go on to site with the planner. Why are we not showing any presence mid, or even pushing any sort up mid the minute they are hitting the site and they do wall something off, so we can still entry between 2 or 3 places after we break the Sage wall?
Definitely, and that's always been a thing with Miami, is that they really don't flank, and teams are kind of able to easily get that out. Evan with a great pick on Key. No Sage res here. Miami playing with the man advantage now, but look at the fake. Look at the purpose of that. It was to pull people over to B, and Buffalo having a great read here is just going to have Samlon in their way. They want to take this A side. Dog's going to detect 1, and now rotates are starting to come back here. Maybe played it a little bit slow for Buffalo here. He's going to dash. Waylay's going to dash in here. Buffalo going really quick here. Miami looking to take mid space is also taken by Sky here. You can kind of save and wait on that space. Swing. They see one. Sprite's going to go out. Sul's able to find Blumpkin. There goes Waylay. There goes Neon. No more entries for Buffalo. And now they really have to commit to the site here. Round's going to slow down. And again, that Sage Roll is going to get thrown up, but instantly broken. Ooh, Pandora's able to find River. And Evan, that's all the mid presence gone. You can kind of see where everyone else is coming from with that Sky ult. And it's just not looking good for Miami here.
One of the biggest things I think they did is they really bit onto that Buffalo fake. The minute Neon died, one of them called, they're hard pushing in. And because of that, look at all that mid space they gave up. The Sky was able to implant themselves. They have so much util for this post. Samlon's able to push into the smoke and get one. It looks like they know where the Sky is. One of them needs to tap bomb as time is ticking.
He's going to defuse, but Brim's just on the flank there. No more time. Buffalo's going to take this one. Samlon does get a 3K, but it's not enough. 6-2 Buffalo.
The early rotate is what really killed them, especially when they did end up taking that space mid. They just gave it right back up. Sky was able to just implant themselves directly into Link and just sit there and wait. They didn't feel any pressure. And it didn't look like we had any awareness. Miami had any awareness that somebody could have done that.
Yep.
And they just gave one. And then Evan trying to get the trade maybe 2 seconds too late, loses the duel.
Yep, and now you're forced onto a save here. You do have Evan with a Bucky. He's going to play at this close angle, but Waylay's going to dash over. Neon's going to slide through. You really have to hit your shot here. And, oh, he's going to get blinded in the middle.
They don't know he's there.
I don't think he knows he's there. Can he find a timing? No, he does. He's able to find one, though, and he's able to tag Sage up two. He gets two before getting killed. That's a great use of a Bucky. Way to hit your shots, kid. But Sage Reza's going to go out, and they're able to kind of continue having that man advantage. That's where the Sage really is going to be beneficial here. And you do have Samlon and Sub trying to come together. River or Clove trying to find it, maybe a solo play, but all guns are pointed toward it. Blumpkin's going to find one. Samlon's going to find the trade, but River gets taken down. Samlon gets taken down. And again, they are snowballing this 7-2 Buffalo.
That, again, Miami was on an eco. The Bucky, good kills. Not much else they can do from there. Their buy still looks broken. They're on light shield rifles. They're all going to be one shot to just somebody running and gunning, and maybe a lucky spray through smoke with a phantom and someone's dead. And it's just, how do they approach this? Again, it doesn't look like they have anybody top mid, and they're giving up all this mid space for free.
Definitely. You really have to get aggressive on the mid space here. And when you see aggression like that, great shot by Sut. He's able to get out. But again, they're going to get really aggressive on this mid. He needs to find the pick. No, River's going to ult, though. Try to come back here. Instantly get right-clicked by Key. And Buffalo taking the A site for free. There's this mid fight. Blumpkin's gonna find one. Mo's gonna find the trade back. Key with a 4K. He wants the ace. Modi on the flank here, though. Are they gonna find the timing? But it does look like Buffalo is gonna get to 8-2. And again, like I talked about, you're digging yourself into a hole that's gonna be almost impossible to get out of. Modi's able to find one. He's gonna still get aggressive here. Neon on a and there's the ace for Key. Great shots from him. Miami falling, though, 2-8. You've already used your timeout, too.
And I think this is the snowball that we're seeing that we were afraid of just the mental being gone, being chalked. It doesn't look like they're playing with a sense of life right now. It looks like they're just going through the motions, swing, miss shots that really shouldn't be getting missed. You're seeing everybody just swinging and fighting and then losing the duel that they need to do. And then once given to the Neon, it doesn't look like they're playing as a team. The team that we saw on Pearl does not look like the team we'll see now.
The team that we saw on Pearl has suddenly disappeared, and a ranked team has replaced them, unfortunately. they still need to put up a fight, though. You still have a chance at this. You need these 2 rounds, though, to make this offense comeback more surmountable and easier to do. But right now, it comes down to this round. Can you really start to pick it out? River trying to find something. Oh, I had the timing, but he's also going to see Omen on the cross here. And Chamber, it's also on the slurp here, too. It's a great use to get around. Evan's able to find one. Sun's going to get taken down. And Miami's kind of left to play attackers as Buffalo plays defense here. And they're not going to be able to find anything. It's too much space, too little time. Buffalo looking to get to a 9-2 spike kicking. Modi's able to find one. He's able to find Modi with a great shot. He's able to find 2. Bomb ticking. There's no more time left. A Sage finds Devin. He's going to go for the kill here. Modi with the 3K. Is he able to get out? Woo! He does. But Buffalo takes another round, and they're one more from just absolutely snowballing this half. They've won 5 in a row. They have won 7 out of the last 8. They're on a roll. This is a snowball that we talked about that we were so afraid of.
No, exactly. And I completely agree with you. If you even look at the kills that are currently being displayed, it's not that much of a difference. It really isn't. It's these close rounds that they just can't seem to find a win for. They can't seem to trade someone out. It's just the trades they're missing, these timings that they're missing, the space that they keep giving up. Again, this lack of mid space that they're taking. Amazing shot from Evan on the entry, but then we see him playing in the site. They have Omen. The Omen blind's ready, something that they did on the pistol. Waylay out. Waylay dashes in, blind.
He's got 3. He's got 4. Oh, and he gets taken out. That would have been a great round, but Pandora's going to find 2 there. And a decent bit of HP here. Ult's going to come out here to really see where they're at. This is a great use of their ult. He's just going to rotate out. Oh, Evan almost had that ace, and that would have been a huge clutch. Maybe even a little momentum swing. But this is a great call by Pandora to kind of not even go A, but to go up mid and maybe find a timing here.
And just one of the things I wanted to mention too, Samon wasted both his Fade Dogs. Doesn't matter. Amazing shot from Suh, but it looks like there's some sort of life coming back into Miami, especially with 9-3 curse. Fingers crossed.
It's going to kind of be, can they win this piss around? And the 9-3 curse is on, but if Buffalo's able to pull it out, then not really anything. He almost had it. He was so close to that ace, and that would have been a huge momentum booster. You got to get hyped. You got to get up on that one. But now we switch halves here. Miami really have dug themselves into a hole, but maybe the 9-3 curse is on their side here, looking to try to take it to a map 3. But also I wanted to say, look at the kills for Buffalo. Spread out evenly. That's a team that's playing together, and you're not really having a hero. Compared to Miami, Evan and Modi are really playing well, but again, they're really not being able to find anything. Sage is gonna...
Sage Wall's...
That's a nasty Sage Wall, especially for a pistol round, because you kind of have to break through. Gonna dive in. Sun's able to get an early pick. I think now Sun's gonna get a little bit more active. Now that he can play an aggressive role, I think he can get a little more active here. And I think Miami also needs to start adapting that mentality into a defensive half.
No, exactly.
Start playing a little bit like Paper X. Get aggressive on that attack half, because we've seen them get aggressive. They've been able to find picks, but they really just sat back, let Buffalo do the work here, and it wasn't able really to do much.
And with all the space that Miami's taken, it looks like they're expecting this flank, but...
Samuel's able to find one off a trade here. Tether's going to go out. Hey, River's able to find one. River's able to find another one, but Pandora finds 3. But bomb ticking. This is where the attack advantage happens. Oh, great parkour by Modi. Miami takes a pistol round. Maybe some sort of life here. Curse is on. They gotta get something going here.
No, I'm excited to see that. I was a little worried that, again, another 1v1. Giving those ones, I don't know why. Just calm together when we swing. Please. You're up numbers, 4v2. Swing, swing, swing. And then all of a sudden it's a 1v1. What happened? What are we doing there? And so if they get that communication unlocked like we saw in the entry, especially with the fade util comboed with the waylay util, I think that we can see an amazing comeback coming from Miami soon.
We definitely can here. Sage gonna get aggressive here. So with the Guardian, he has a gun advantage, but look how close they are. If he's waiting, playing the calm. Modi and Saw take him down. River's able to take down Blumpkin. I think Buffalo's just trying to get aggressive here. They're trying to find any gun that they can. Evan almost taken down. He's practically pinned
He just
here.
needs to run.
He does.
Run.
He's not able to play his life there. Not able to get around the corner. That is an outlaw to them, but they know the rest of Buffalo's on this flank. They can really play this flank here. But again, they're going to have this Neon get close. They can also have this Outlaw ready to use here. Sun's going to go out. Tether's able to find 2. The pick off of that is great. Okay, going to go out. Pandora's going to find Modi, though. That's going to be a gun down. Spike ticking. It looks like Mime's going to take this round here, but how many guns are they going to lose in the process? River's able to find 1. Swing. River's able to find a 3K there. Miami keeping 3 guns. Could have kept a little more, but still a very solid round.
No, that was a very solid round. Now, we know that Buffalo likes to aggressive. They did it pistol round, I think. They did it last round on the eco. They really are trying to put pressure, especially with Evan on the chamber. They know how dangerous his lurks can be on Pearl. They're really trying to put pressure onto that. And so I'm curious how Miami's going to respond or what they're going to do, especially now that Buffalo has these rifles. Are they just going to continue to wait for this Buffalo aggressiveness, or are they going to try and get aggressive on their own?
Definitely. And a little bit of a weaker buy coming out here from Miami. 2 sheriffs. You only have 1 rifle there. Oh, Dash going to come out. Evan not able to get a stun, but not able to get the teleport back. Down goes Evan and Miami. Not with the man advantage, not with the gun advantage either. You can't let Buffalo really get around here. You need to continue your snowball here. Sage Ball's going to get broken here. Modi's going to dash in. Sud's going to get blinded, though. But they're going to try to aggress flank here. He's able to find 1. Sud with a great shot to get only a trade-off. That could have been devastating. Sambo with a great shot through smoke there. Again, like we said, you also have to get a little bit lucky. But Sky ult's going to go out here. You do have Neon. Miami's kind of pinned, but Spike ticking. Sambo left on 7 HP. Neon stun's going to go out. He's going to find 2. Modi finds a pick, though, but he's pinned. He knows he has to pick a fight. He's able to take 1. Blumpkin finds the second. Buffalo 10, Miami 5. Very close round, but they played that well.
They did play that well. And I think especially with the weaker guns that Miami had to start off with it, and with the amount of guns that they were able to take away from Buffalo, this round should be heavily in the favor, especially economy-wise, in terms of Miami being able to afford these Vandals and Buffalo being able to afford maybe a Guardian, maybe a Bulldog here. Light armor coming out. Sage, Guardian.
You got to find some sort of life here. You really can't let them win 2 rounds in a row, or they're just going to snowball that into the big lead that they already have, and the comeback's going to be insurmountable. Like, they're going to find at least a couple rounds here. But you take a round here, and suddenly that round gap seems a little less tight here. Evan able to find Sage there, and now it is just Brim left on A, but look at Buffalo quickly on the aggression. Modi's going to get stunned. He's going to get taken down. Even man advantage. Miami has to speed this up, but they're running right into this Bulldog timing. Brim's able to find Devin, though, and suddenly the space is claustrophobic if you're Miami. Down goes 1. It's going to go out. Neon has a 3K. Buffalo takes it. Not what you want to see. 11-5, and that might be the final dagger there.
Yeah, that was ugly to say the least. It looked a lot of time. They just didn't have enough util to just clear everything. There's every angle that Buffalo could find a rat in, they found, and they took advantage of it hard. I mean, once again, I'm looking at Miami's comp, and we just have the Omen blind for flashes. You don't have what Sky Flash is able to do, where it lets you know if it blinds somebody. Even though you do have the fade dogs, it's just...
Ooh, shot's gonna go. Saw's able to somehow dodge. but he got a little too aggressive there. Really could have waited for the Omen smoke here, or Omen blind if they wanted to be aggressive there. Modi able to TP out, play his life here, but look how much pressure Buffalo is putting on. Sage Wall's cutting off a... Sage able to find Devin here, but River on a timing. This could be the timing that you look for. This could be potentially something. You go A here. This is the correct call. You really need to find something. Valorant timing's going to play out there. You could have had Sky, but now you have CT. And if you clear all of CT, you kind of know where they're going to come from here.
And it looks like, look at the pings. I mean, Miami's aware that they could be regressing mid, but again, this timing from River is the most important.
Oh, they do know that River is there.
And look at that. All of Buffalo is starting to rotate and run to help on A. And now it just looks like it's going to be a slugfest.
It definitely is.
Modi getting spammed through the smoke. They're all crowded into elbow.
Modi's on 1 HP. He got tagged up, brim mollied and everything. And he's left. And look at this. Miami just a little too slow. Shot gonna go out. River left in a 1v4 with Buffalo moving to map and series point here. Spike down. They're down. Down goes River. Oh, and it's just snowballed like we said. And Buffalo having all the momentum. They have the map win. Miami not playing their best right now. It's really unfortunate. And it all comes down to 7 rounds in a row for Miami just to get to overtime.
And I think one of the biggest things that Miami's doing that's costing them this game is they're playing way too slow. When we see them go into fast in the site, they get site for free, and they even get 1 or 2 to go with it. But especially in that last round, they took so long showing not only any presence A main, but pushing up. Buffalo knew nobody else was anywhere else on the site, and they knew somebody had to be lurking. Sage was staring there. There was no reason why this team hasn't pushed out main so long unless somebody was looking for a timing. And it just blew that play up out of the water.
It did. They had a great timing. River on the lurk had a beautiful slip through the whole defense. A little bit of timing there. You could have definitely had that Sky, created that backline pressure. But especially when CT is clear, you really need to calm that. You got to get going. You got to speed something up there. And all they did was just wait and wait and wait. And then when they heard noise, they're like, oh, they have to be there.
Exactly.
They can't go anywhere else.
Exactly.
And they just kind of have been snowballing. They have Miami's number. They're playing as a team. And they know Miami's mental's cooked too. And right now it's just snowballed into a 10-5 or 12-5, excuse me. Map and series point here. Buffalo trying to look to stay alive in ESC, and Miami having to need 7 in a row. Flawless Valorant is needed here from them, and here they go, but their Waylay's going to go in. Saw's able to find a pick, and the rest of Miami's going to flood here. They're going to hear that Sage get aggressive. They're going to get spiked down. In a minute 15 left in the round. Look at that 3 aggression. They're able to find that Sage, but right now Buffalo aggressing. Lumpkin finds 1. River ulting back. Modi finding another one. Miami kind of swinging around in their favor. Panera's going to find 1. Oh, a 1v2. Oh, a bad time. He's able to swing. He's able to see Spike ticking. Swing. Woo! They had a high-low. Great play by Miami. They're down, but they're not out of it yet. 6 more rounds for an overtime. And to come back round you want, but you got more. You need to give more.
And I love what Miami did out there from the timeout. The biggest thing when dealing with the Sage especially is you just want to break that wall as fast as possible. You do not want to leave it up during the round because then they know you're going to be everywhere else other than right where the Sage wall is at that moment. And they hit hard, they hit fast, they were able to get into sight. Sure, it was a little sloppy near then, and sure they used a waylay ult, but they were able to get spiked down and play the round and play post-man, and it looked perfect for them.
Definitely. And now you have 2 ults even on each side. You have a Neon and Sage ult compared to an Omen and Fade ult. Maybe you're going to use that here for a site X. You know you're going to hold it. I actually like the hold here. Wait to see. You already have Suz deep in, and you also have Neon. Neon's tagged up. Neon's very, very low. But now Neon's just going to rotate, play this. Oh, Evan's going to get tagged up into 19 HP. He's going to teleport out here. No one's on the flank, though. Chamber Trip not been tripped yet, but Miami having the site for free. They've really taken the CT, let Evan play his op angle, but round slowing down. Buffalo trying to decide what to do, and I think it looks like they're going to save.
That is an interesting decision, but I don't deny it, just especially with how well Miami is currently playing these post plants when they're able to get on the site.
Exactly. They've been able to get on the site. They've played it well. And I think for Buffalo, it's like, let's just save our guns. We can definitely hero rifle a round or so as we try to pick up our economy again. But 5 more for Miami. Oh, River goes down, and that's a gun down for Miami. But again, I mean, 5 is, it's getting into the realm of possible.
But this is exactly what we want to see. The passion from them of just, you can finally see that looks like there's some life in them. They're just running it down. And it works. It works. Playing as a Sentinel, especially which is as a Sage, as a solo Sentinel, you break that wall and you get in there, there's not much else the Sage is able to do. Especially when
they have no other util anywhere else. So they have to spread themselves thin and play their life if they really want to find information here. Buffalo going to aggress mid here. Miami going to come off of that and really go A here. But Saw gets taken down. River gets taken down. Modi gets taken down. But Evan finds a pick. Slowing down. They need a hero play here. You're about to swing in. 3 people finds 1, finds 2. Are you able to find a blind? Oh, you're not able to get out of there. It is Samelon, the captain, left in a 1v3. He's going to get found out. That's going to do it here. Buffalo taking a 13-7 win over Miami. They moved to 2-4. Miami moving to 1-5. And at this point, your hopes for making it to land are really slipping out of your hands now. And especially with Miami's very hard behind, like, half a season schedule, it's not looking good for Miami.
No, you would need a couple miracles, to say the least. You need a bunch of teams to just lose out, and it just doesn't look great. But I think what Miami can do, especially from now at this point, is just use this as a stepping stone for either next season or just for any more tournaments you might play or any games you might play. Just take it as a learning experience. They've looked, that attack side on Corrode, let's ignore the defense side. That attack side, they looked amazing. They looked amazing. They were aggressive. They were attacking. Saw was able to get in there, get a pick, and then they were able to entry and go off of that. That Pearl map looked amazing. It's just the sloppy basics of, can we trade? Can we communicate? Can we swing together? Which is, I think, something that Miami struggled with all season, and I think it's finally caught up to them here.
I definitely think it has. But also, one benefit of this team is how young they are. You have 4 freshmen and a sophomore. This team needs time to develop. This team needs time to get to know each other, get to know their habits, how they play, how they can really utilize how everyone plays. So that's one advantage you have, is also this team's very young. And if this team develops together in a few years or so, you could have a powerhouse on your hands. But it's up to the players to commit the time, to commit the energy, to really focus, lock in, and I mean, this is a whole different game than ranked.
No, exactly.
You need to pretty much relearn the basics of Valorant from a competitive team standpoint. You've learned how to play Valorant. You've learned how to play ranked. Now you have to learn how to play competitive teamwork Valorant.
No, exactly. It's just the basics. Can they get that teamwork down? Can they get those fundamentals down? Because we've seen it. The individual skill in all these players,
it's there.
It's there. It's phenomenal. But it's just, can they click? Can they mesh and gel together?
Unfortunately, individual skill can only take you so far in this league, and you kind of have to really find that team clicking together. But that's going to be us for it today. We will see you on Thursday, where your Redhawks will take on Eastern Michigan. Little rivalry matchup, as an old Miami player, Comfy, kind of transferred to Eastern Michigan, brought all his friends there, and they're currently 5-0, probably 6-0 at this point. They are a powerhouse in the ESC, and Miami has to take them on this Thursday. So it's going to be a fun match. You also have League of Legends taking on Eastern Michigan tomorrow, too, at 8 p.m. right here on Miami Switch. But that's going to be a really tough matchup, and you have to be ready for it. You need to VOD. You need to practice. A lot of time needs to come into it. and you also have to be able to get ready to play against this powerhouse of a team. Any final thoughts?
You summed it up perfectly for me.
Got it. If that's gonna be it, that's gonna be us for here on the desk. Miami losers today, moving to 1-5 against Buffalo, moving to 2-4 here. That's gonna be it for tonight's Go Somewhere. We're done here. Have a great rest of your night.